everybody. This is Slim Overton, and I'm here at the street naming for Horace Savage, Coach Horace Savage in the area of Truxtun, and he's here, and I'm here in order to film this historic occasion about Horace Savage. And he is 100 years old. He turned 100 years old this summer in July of this summer. Very great and well-respected coach here in the city at IC Norcom. A lot of his players are here, a lot of people here. So we'll be following this street naming here for a while. So just stay tuned.
All right. Would you please take a seat so we can start on time?
Necessary. This is just a small token of our appreciation for a life well lived. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Congressman Scott. We can always depend on your being present at events in the Hampton Roads area. So once again, we say thank you so very much for making this stop here with us on today. Now we have some elected officials out there on today. I see Councilman Hugo. I see former Councilwoman Elizabeth Simmons. Sheriff Michael Moore is here. Any other elected officials? I do not want to, but the mayor, he's going to speak, so I don't need to announce him right now. Okay, so.
Leah, former Councilman Ray Smith. Former Councilperson Ray Smith.
Oh, Ray Smith, former Councilman Ray Smith, and school board member. Welcome. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you all for coming out on this momentous occasion today as we celebrate Horace Savage Jr., Horace Seymour Savage Jr. Okay, we will now have remarks by our mayor, the Honorable Shannon Glover. Following Shannon Glover, we will have remarks from the president of the Historic Truxtun Civic League, Mr. Chester Benton. Please come forth.
Thank you, Leah and Rob. Not to say. Don't need to say a whole lot though. But I want to acknowledge, before I make my comment, I want to acknowledge Coach's sister who just arrived, Miss Harriet Rosado. If we could give her a hand. There's nothing better than having your sister sitting right next to you and keep you straight. So I'm grateful for that. But in thinking about this momentous occasion and how important it is for me personally, I just wanted to begin by saying to you, Coach, I am grateful that the good Lord decided to bring me to Portsmouth and sit beside you and have you as a very important part of my development in my life. You're not just a coach, you're just this very important person. You are my father. And I want you to know I am grateful beyond words for the leadership, the love, the guidance, and helping me to become a better man. Thank you. You know, I was thinking about all of the different things that you can say about Horace Savage. This isn't just a street naming, I'm sure. This is a compilation of a legacy of service, really. When I look around this group of folks, there's so many. I see the former Commonwealth Attorney, Mr. Martin Bullock, and so many others. The coach was very instrumental in touching their lives. As Leah shared with you the history of their families in the Truxtun area, it is legacy. It is what has brought us to this point. And think about all of the things that Coach and his family and all the families in Truxtun had to overcome and endure. I just left a Black History presentation this morning, and it was in the city of Portland. And one of the things that I took away just kept popping in my head. You know, we should be talking about Coach Savage in this ceremony too. We should be letting our community know that this didn't just happen. that we didn't just show up. Right, Coach? It was a lot of work, a lot of love and commitment. And I just wanted to, from my heart, share with you all that the impact that Coach has had on me has just been immense. And as I said, this is more than just a street sign and a street name. It is an acknowledgement of your excellence. Your excellence in your demeanor, your example of what you have done in service to our community. In addition to that, it will forever be a reminder to everyone in this community and to future generations that hope and perseverance still reign. And that when you decide as an individual to make a difference in the community, it is something that will always and forever be needed. So on behalf of the grateful city, I can't say more about you, Coach. I mean, you are just it. You really are. And I'll just have to understand. And I'll say it again. You just pause for a moment and look around this audience. Many of us in this audience would not have been the person that we have become if it were not for your influence and your way and your excellent manner in which you conduct it. So, it's all for you. We're here to celebrate you. And as I bring my grandchildren to watch this community and when I look up at that sign and they say, well, who is Florida Savage? I'll have a story for them. More importantly, I'll have your spirit in my heart forever. Thank you.
Good afternoon. On behalf of the Historical Truxtun Civic League, we would like to welcome all of you to our community. Truxtun is now 106 years old, and Coach Savage, you was here 106 years old. The street that we're going to name after Coach Savage is probably one of the most historical streets in Truxtun. We're starting at Frederick Boulevard, and we're coming all the way down to Deep Creek Boulevard. And just let me tell you, and I promise that I'm going to be short a few things about this street. In 1919, when Truxtun was formed as an independent city, the first and only neighborhood built for African Americans who worked at the shipyard, most of the leaders lived in that block of Hobson Street. So I know, Coach, you couldn't do nothing bad because you had the mayor, you had the teachers, you had everybody living in that block. On the other side of the street over here, it was first called the Triangle, but then later it was purchased by the Johnson's family. And the Johnson family had the coal yard, restaurants, and many block businesses. Right here where we are is the grounds of Truxtun School. Do I have anybody from Truxtun that went to Truxtun School? Right, see? And Truxtun School was one of the most important parts of the history of Truxtun because it was built by the community. And one of the things that was done at Truxtun School was first we built a library, and we were one of the first libraries that had books for kids to check out. And second, we had an auditorium. So when you look at places like the Stoke and the Coliseum, I want to let you know that Truxtun's auditorium was that grand place where everybody would come to have their events. And the money that was raised by using Truxtun School, that money was used to help pay the teachers. And Coach Savage's grandfather, Mr. Tucker, was over that, and he made sure that the teachers and our sanitation department and all of that money went towards taking care of the school and paying the school. So Coach Savage's father was very important to the community. He started the Eurekas, right? And his mother was a librarian and a teacher. And that history just goes on and on. One more thing I'm going to say before I leave, Coach. Right here, let's field here. This used to be our field. We played, if you grew up in Truxtun, some of the greatest turkey bowls ever played right here on that field. We didn't have no helmets, we didn't have no shoulder pads. But the list of running backs, the list of running backs and halfbacks and quarterbacks that played on this field and it ended up in Norfolk, the Booger Short and Boogaloo and Charles Butler and Darren Self and Alvin Rooks and all of these guys that later played football for you. We cut our teeth right out there on this field. So it is with great pride and pleasure that we name Key Road, Gospel Road, Portsmouth Boulevard, now Horace Savage Way. Thank you very much.
Coach Horace Seymour Savage, Jr.
Thank you, Mia. Good morning to everyone. I can't tell you how elated I am to be the subject of such a warm and indeed such embracing activity here today. I am absolutely well. I am just deeply subdued, I'd say. Certainly highly honored and deeply grateful that I have had the opportunity to be friends to so many. In fact, everybody I see here is a connection in some way. So I am certainly thankful for those of you who are responsible for putting all of this together. And believe me, I never thought about it changing this through thoroughfare that I have known and lived on for so long. But when it was E Road, when it was Gospel Road, I was there. So I'm just overwhelmed, absolutely delighted now to see my name up there somewhere. I'm deeply grateful to the city of Portsmouth and all of the citizens who had a part in supporting cause. I look around and I tell a story of a lot of people I see one person here whom it was my privilege to coach in football. I won't forget the day in practice when he got injured and got a couple of feet knocked out of place. I think his nose was broken, bleeding profusely. And I did everything to do to get ready to take him to the hospital. And don't you know he didn't want to go? So Martin Bullock is just that kind of hard-headed guy. So there are many stories that I could tell. And I can tell you, Chester, would you believe he was a scat back? We had one of the favorite plays, Arsenal. Chester ran better than anybody else on the team. And I think it was because when he got behind the bigger guys on the front line, the fellas couldn't find him either. He just ran wide. So there's many other go on and on like that. But I can tell you truthfully that there has never been anyone in Portsmouth who has loved Portsmouth more than Mayor Shannon Portsmouth. And I am so glad that I had the opportunity to meet him early on in his arrival in Portsmouth. And we developed a friendship because he was always in the library. I spent a lot of time in the library, in meetings and so on. And we developed a friendship as we did it over the years. And he has done so much for the benefit of Portsmouth. So, Mr. Mayor, thank you. And I won't forget, he told me once in one of our private conversations that he was loosening his hold on his hometown, and that he was adopting Portsmouth as his new home. And that someday he would like to be the mayor of Portsmouth. So that was about 35 years ago.
Yeah, about that time.
And so I said, yeah. and don't you know, two terms. So he's done something right. But through it all, he ran one race. He lost. He had to change his residence from Portsmouth due to unemployment in his town. He moved out of the city. While he fulfilled his change of residence requirement, don't you know, he came back to visit all of the community commitments that he had on a weekly and monthly basis as required. And then he moved back to Portsmouth, established a new residence all over again, and ran for the mayor again and won. So his commitment to Portsmouth has been a great song that I just can't stop singing. So there are other stories but at any rate, I'm so glad that my 95-year-old sister was able to get here today. And I think now that I can start it going. So I am deeply humbled, highly honored, and extremely grateful to each one of you as you have presented yourselves here today. I'm glad to see Mr. Coleman So I'm afraid that if I kept on trying to remember names, I'd probably forget. I don't want to do that. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen of Truxtun of Portsmouth, I am so glad when I had the opportunity to grow up in Truxtun. It's a wonderful place to live in. And as that old song says, it's so good that Truxtun has been a part of Portsmouth, which is a good place to live and work. A place to treat each other like a neighbor and a brother, and the time to begin is today. So from here on, hooray for Truxtun and the great city of Portsmouth. Thank you.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you. Let's stand again and give an applause for Coach Horace Seymour Savage Jr. We are getting ready to bring the program to an end, but we cannot do this without first introducing the members of the Team Savage. Could you come up here quickly, Team Savage? Because it started with an idea that Alexis had, and we got together and we had his 100th birthday celebration at St. Mark Missionary Baptist Church, and moved on to the street naming. So we are so happy to have been a part of his team. If you're part of Team Savage, please come forth. This was indeed a team effort, and we appreciate everyone who's a part of this team to make this happen. So let's give these young folks a round of applause as well. Thank you all so very much. Y'all did well. You did well. You did well. Thank you so very much. Okay. We're going to have closing remarks by thank you, by Alexis Savage Wiggins. Following Alexis, we will have the closing prayer by Reverend Marcus. Yes. Okay. She gives me instructions, and I just follow the instructions. Okay, so once again, we have Coach Savage's wonderful, his favorite child, his most favorite child, his only child, Alexis Savage Wiggins.
Good morning. I am the word to let my father hear today. This street honorary street designation was the gift that I wanted to give him for his centennial birthday. We have been fortunate to witness him be recognized for all sorts of activities and participations, honors, both in his career, in his church, in his fraternity. But as a daughter, I wanted to do something that I felt would be visible legacy of the impact that he said earlier, the city that he's born in. And what better way than the block that he was born in. So I thank everyone who does Mr. Miller and assisting with that. Everyone out here today is a part of our day. We have some biological relatives who are here today. Miles away, some today. But all of you are our family. We have such a connection. People talk about how it takes a village to raise a child. Well, it takes a village to manage a centurion. So thank you to our village. Reverend Dr. Smart is my pastor, and where my not at St. James Episcopal Church in Portsmouth. He has moved to his secondary church home at Baptist Church. And he and Pastor Small have a very special relationship and connection. Thank you very much.
Indeed, it is an honor to share. He is one of the few Omega men that I listen to. As an alpha, he's one of the few Omega men I take advice from. So that is our special relationship. Amen. God's great, and I pray God's forgiveness every time I ask him a question. Amen. Let us bow and thank God. We are grateful, God, for this time together. We are grateful, God, for your grace that meets us in this space. Thank you for celebration. Thank you for Horace Savage has been to so many. And we ask, God, that as we continue to just celebrate this naming, this honorary naming, and we will continue to honor the name. And we will continue to let him know how special he is to us. That most of all, that we will celebrate the grace, the power, and that you give us. And as we depart from this place, continue to keep us in all things as we give you the Lord. He is the wonderful name of Jesus. We say together, amen. Thank you.
Okay, there you have it. The official street naming of Horace Savage on Portsmouth Boulevard. So, the community he grew up in, the
Oh, and the
community
signs.
his
Yes,
family
the
has a
signs.
history
We have signs on the
of,
corner here.
and Horace is 100 years old
There are signs on the other side
and
of the
still
street. Actually,
going,
he's got
still
all-
driving, as I
He's got a
understand.
sign down there
And
on,
he's joined here by
Portsmouth and
with his
Frederick
sister,
Boulevard on both sides of
who
the
is
street.
95.
So he's covered the whole territory.
So-
where his grandfather was the mayor.
What a great,
so it's rightfully done, okay? So thank you all very much.
what a great
I'd like to take
honor
a picture
to
with Coach
a
Savage.
great
We'll
man.
put a chair
Thanks.
up here and behind the backdrop. And you can, and if someone just put on the